everyone, this is Tony from her Homestead Skills, and I did happen to mention that this is Thanksgiving Day weekend for Canadians. So this Sunday I will be spending with my family, not just my daughter but also the other children and all the grandchildren. So we will actually have all the family together for the first time in a long time, which is always wonderful. It seems that after the big C, families don't get together as often as that they used to, so we might have to just relearn how to do that and start trying to spend some more time together. But at least we're getting together for this holiday. And I did look at the prices of turkeys, even though we didn't buy one this year. I asked Mark if he wanted a turkey, and he says he probably wouldn't bother this year. And even just for a frozen one, a 15-pound turkey was $45. And we rarely buy the frozen ones. We normally buy the fresh ones, just to not have to deal with the defrost time. And the fresh ones are even more expensive. So yeah, this year we'll do without. But I did buy some cranberries, and you know, we only really get really nice fresh cranberries around here during Thanksgiving and Christmas. So whenever there's a turkey, there's always cranberries plentiful in the stores. So I did buy a few bags, and I do plan to make cranberry sauce, but this morning I decided that I would make cranberry muffins, and they are quite nice. And for anyone who's interested in a recipe, I will post it in the description, so it is there for you if you want it. Now, I did find that it took a lot longer to bake than what the recipe called for, so I will post the times that the recipe states, but personally I had to leave mine in quite a bit longer, and what I decided I would do was just keep an eye on it, and when they turn golden brown, I pulled them out. So anyway, neither here nor there. When the muffins were ready, Mark asked me if he could have one, and I said, certainly, of course you can have one. It's just that they are really hot. You know, I had pulled one out myself, and yes, it was a little too hot to eat. I should have waited too. But he didn't seem to mind, and before we knew it, between the two of us, we'd eaten at least half of them, so before he went out this morning. So yes, he did enjoy them, and learned one thing. If you bake it, he will eat it. Okay, I have decided that because I do have fresh cranberries, I am going to make cranberry muffins. And they're actually pretty easy to make. And I do have my fresh cranberries here, washed, and actually the package of cranberries are beautiful this year. I did buy a few of them, and I will be making cranberry sauce as well. Okay, and to make muffins, you mix your dry ingredients together, then you mix your wet ingredients together, and then you fold the two of them together. So we're going to start off with my dry ingredient. Okay, first of all, we want 2 cups of flour, and since my cup will not fit in there, I will use a 1/2 cup measurement and measure 4 of these, which will give me my 2 cups. Okay, so there's my flour. Next in line would be 1/2 cup of sugar. And what measurement do I have in there? 1/4 cup. So 2 of these will give me a 1/2 cup of sugar, granulated sugar. Okay. Then I want 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder's here. And we want 2 teaspoons. 1 and 2. And we want 1/2 teaspoon of salt. One half teaspoon salt. Okay, that is my dry ingredients. Okay, meanwhile I have been melting 1/2 cup of butter, and you want it melted but you don't want it hot. And during that time I have layered my muffin pan with the paper cups. I have stirred my dry ingredients until they were all mixed together. You want that evenly mixed, so that's been done. So now I can put this aside. And now we'll focus on the wet ingredients. And for the wet ingredients, I wanted 1/4 cup of orange juice, so I took an orange and I squeezed it until I got 1/4 cup. I need a 1/2 cup of milk, and this is where I tend to substitute when I don't have the ingredients I need. I'm going to use 10% cream because I have no milk. So 1/2 cup of cream should still be nice, maybe even better. Okay, I also need a tablespoon of lemon zest, and since I don't have lemon zest, I'm going to use my lemon extract, and certainly not a tablespoon, but I will just do a splash, probably about a teaspoon there. And 1 cup of unsalted butter melted. And my butter has melted, so now it's being poured into this bowl. And 2 large eggs. I'm going to break the eggs in the dish that held the butter, and then I'll put them in. Okay. Now we want to thoroughly mix this. So you're mixing all your wet ingredients together and all your dry ingredients together. My oven has been preheated to 350 degrees, and now I'm going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry. And just fold this in until it's mixed. And here is where I toss in my fresh cranberries as well. And you don't have to overly mix this, just fold it all in until everything's moist. And this batter to me looks like it's ready to go into the muffin cups. Just make sure here that, yep, we're all mixed up. And of course now we evenly disperse this in each of the muffin cups. Wow. Perhaps I need a smaller spoon here. Yes, that does work better. Okay. We want it in the muffin cups, not on the side of the... Whoop. There we go. Straighten that out. Okay, now that each one has got a little bit, I'm going to go and top up the ones that are low. Well, just because it's a bit messy doesn't mean it won't be tasty. Okay, here we go. Okay, who needs some more? Okay, I think that's about as close as we're going to get these. Now they go into the oven at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, well mine took a lot longer to cook than the recipe suggested, so I just kept putting the timer on for an additional few minutes at a time and just waited till they turn golden brown on top, and that way I know that they are cooked. They look awesome. I have peeled one back, one of the smaller ones, and I'm just waiting for it to cool to taste it. Yum, yum. Okay, so neither Mark or I could wait till they cooled off to eat them. Not a good thing, but...
I usually don't eat this kind of food, but...
Nope, but they look good, eh?
They look great.
Awesome. Okay, my muffins did turn out very nice, and they did take longer to cook than the recipe called for. So once they started to turn golden brown, I did pull them out of the oven, and surprisingly, Mark saw them and asked me, "Can I have one?" And I said, "Of course you can. They're still very hot though." But I had peeled one back and was eating it myself, and yes, it was a little on the hot side, but I ate it anyway, and turns out Mark and I ate quite a few of them before he left this morning. Anyway, so, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will catch you on the next one. Have a good day.